there, thank you for joining us on this week's edition of What is OEM Wednesday.
This week we are spotlighting our collaboration with Code Compliance.
Yes, we work closely with the City of Fort Worth's Code Compliance Department, and we're really excited about this interview, so much so that we kind of had to prepare the office. Just a heads up, we're doing What is OEM Wednesday today with Code Compliance, and Henry's coming.
Henry?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, man, when?
Like in about an hour?
Okay, it gives me time to get ready.
Okay, I'll give you time. Do you want me to shut the door?
Yeah, please.
Okay, I will. Okay, thanks.
Good morning, Bryce Davis here with the City of Fort Worth Office of Emergency Management, and I have our lovely intern here, Selena, and Brandon Bennett, he's our co-compliance director, and you want to introduce Henry for us, Brandon?
Yeah, this is Henry. We believe he's about 12 years old. He was a stray dog that the city picked up. He was near death with pneumonia and ringworm, and he was just skin and bones when we picked him up, and we said, hey, we think this would make a really good working dog for the city, and nursed him back to health, and now we call him the $4 million dog because he has raised about $4 million out at the animal shelter.
Oh, wow, that's
We were
awesome.
able to build a new medical treatment ward, get our live release rate up to over 90%, and he truly is a multi-purpose dog for the city that, when there's a disaster, whether it be in a neighborhood or here at the Joint Emergency Operations Center, Henry is a fixture, and everybody is always excited to see him, and he's excited to just kind of hang out with everybody.
Yeah, you're excited to be here, aren't you?
Provide some love.
Yeah, right, we love you, Henry. So, Brandon, do you want to run over kind of what Code does in the EOC when we have you guys down here?
Yeah, we're like the, I like to refer to us as the junk drawer department for the city. We're all the things that don't fit in one of the other departments. And so anything from when a tornado strikes and there's lots of debris, when fences get knocked down and animals get loose, reuniting the animals with their owners. And I'll tell you, something important about that is I haven't been in a single large wind event or tornado yet where we haven't found people in the neighborhood frantically trying to find their lost pets.
Absolutely.
And it could be days before they actually come out from whatever bush they're hiding under because they're just terrified.
Right.
And it's so important you make sure that your pets are microchipped or have a collar or something so that when we do find your pet, we can reunite it with you right away. But we also public health when we have these large hurricane events along the coast and people have to come up here for shelter. We provide the health aspect for the public shelters, and a few other things mixed in with all of that.
Right, yeah, all the above, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that was a great point. Actually, we had one of the fences blown down in my house. It's probably been months back, but we were concerned that our dogs were inside, but it was in the middle of the night. Had our dogs been outside, who knows where they would have gotten to? They could have ran off, and it would have been, like you said, days or weeks before we found it. But that's a great point about having the dogs microchipped or having a collar on, or your pets in general, not just your dogs. So you mentioned the tornado. So you guys went out to Dallas right after the October 20 tornado?
We did. We have a storm team. We've deployed to Houston and Cleburne and now to Dallas after these large events. The first 3 to 7 days are always tough for a city. Right. Both in identifying where the damage is and beginning the cleanup. It takes a while to bring together private resources from all over the nation to bring them in. And that's something that Fort Worth does quite well. It's a joint effort between code compliance and transportation and public works and parks and all the different services that the city has. But typically, code compliance will take the lead with debris management simply because one of the functions that we have is solid waste. We collect the residential garbage in the city, and so we have the resources and the contacts and the expertise to be able to pick that debris up and actually dispose of it quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. And there was a few tornadoes that went through the northwest part of town. It's been months back, I think, during the summertime. But the time that we got up there to look at it, to kind of do our own, organic damage assessment, that we were working with the National Weather Service, you guys were already out there picking stuff up. We're like, whoa, hold on, just say it. We need to see where this went and see what the damage looked like. But yeah, great. Well, I appreciate it, Brandon. Anything else you want the viewers to know about anything else about that?
Well, and you know, speaking to that point exactly, it's all about preparedness, and it's so important that people pay attention to the weather service bulletins that come out. When we hear that there are storms coming, we make sure that our trucks are fueled. We make sure that we have batteries for the flashlight, that we have boots and rain gear. And these are all things that residents should be doing also.
Absolutely.
Because I'll tell you, more times than not, in modern day America, what we find is folks take for granted the conveniences and the dependability of utilities and other things, and when they lose those things, they become lost very quickly. And so I would encourage folks to have a home disaster kit, that they make sure that they're aware of the weather bulletins and know the difference between a severe thunderstorm warning and a watch.
Right, absolutely.
Same thing with the tornadoes.
Yeah.
And really then at the end of the day, I don't care whether it's a watch or a warning. If someone says tornado, just plan that there may be a tornado and start doing the right things. Pay attention to where the pets are. Make sure that, you know, if you have to shelter in place or if you can go to a different location.
Yeah.
All of those things.
Yeah, and that's one thing I learned working here a long time ago is, you know, I had food and some water at my house, but I did everything for my dogs. You know,
exactly.
3 dogs, and you know, they got 2 days worth of food, so they're going to start fighting over that and the human food after that. But yeah, that's a great point, Brandon, and I appreciate you being here, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
And you too, Henry. As he's asleep on you. I'm with you, man. I need to take a nap too.
For what it's worth, it was pretty educational.
Did you just say fur or for?
For
We truly appreciate the time that we had with Code Compliance today, and we learned a lot. We love teaming up with them,
yeah, especially Henry.
especially Henry. Thank you so much for joining us today. Until next time, I'm Kristen.
I'm Selena.
Stay safe, Fort Worth.